Hey guys, it's me, Island Disney fan. Welcome back to another Roblox Piggy theory video. So, not too long ago, I made a video talking about who I thought TSP was, and now I want to extend that theory, talk about how some other characters could be associated with this, talking about notes and stuff, so let's get in with it. So last time I theorized that TSP stands for the safe place. That would mean, but I don't want this to be true just because I really like the characters that were in the safe place in the actual game. This includes Zoe Zebra, Pedro Pony, Molly Mole, Gerald Giraffe, Zuzu Zebra, and Zaza Zebra. However, what I think is that Mr. P was once in the group. Now you may be like, what is wrong with you? All the notes written by TSP say that they're against Mr. P, and you're right, but I'll tell you why. So what I think happened is that all the characters, when the infection first started, a bunch of characters found an old building in the city and repaired it into the safe place that we see in Chapter 9, the city. Then it offered Mr. P, Rebecca Rabbit, Danny Dog, and Freddy Fox to stay there with them. Danny Dog refused and ran off, met Polly, and then started working as a police officer. And however, there is a note in the carnival that says Doggy and Foxy got what was coming to them, TSP. So I think that they are the ones who infected Danny in the forest because they were mad at him for leaving them behind and not trusting them. Then it was starting to get bigger in the piggy infection, and eventually Rebecca Rabbit and Mr. P went to the school to look for survivors. Now, remember, I think that they were on the group because Zoe Zebra and Pedro Pony were looking for survivors when they went to the carnival in the Chapter 8. However, one of the notes written by Rebecca Rabbit in the school says the search for survivors went bad, so I think that they're all together trying to do all this. So then that means that, so then what I think happens is, just like Mr. P said in the true ending, he tried to make cures. So he gave it to Madame Gazelle, the teacher, to try and cure her. But she ended up turning into the infected teacher character that we all know from the shop, and she's the bot skin for the school. Mr. P was able to escape, but Madame Gazelle locked up Rebecca Rabbit, so Mr. P then hears voices nearby in the forest, and he leaves a walkie-talkie over there to try and alert you to try and help him, since he's too nervous to go into the school with Madame Gazelle there because he's too ashamed of what he's done. So you go in there, rescue Rebecca, but then the TSP thinks that Mr. P and Rebecca Rabbit have betrayed them, so then set out to try and find them and go to the hospital to get the substance. Well, 1 to 8, according to one of the notes written in the game. So then they take some infecteds and run them loose into the hospital. Mr. P gives potions to Dr. Brownbear and Rebecca. Dr. Brownbear is the berry skin for all of you who didn't know. And they drink the potions, Dr. Brownbear becomes infected, and he's the bot for the hospital, and Rebecca becomes infected at the end of the Chapter 7 Metro. After they succeed and take the thing, they then decide to trap Freddy Fox, since they're mad at him for what he's done, for being friends with Mr. P, who's a betrayer. So they trick him by giving him the substance, and they then tell him to and then Zoe and Pedro tell him to come to Potato City, the carnival, with them. So he drinks the potion on the way, not knowing what it is. He then becomes infected, attacks Clowny, turning Clowny infected, and then Zoe and Pedro lock Freddy up inside the cage. Talk about the note that Freddy wrote that says, "Why do my friends leave me in here?" inside the same cage that he's locked in the carnival map. But TSP has heard about you, and they want to capture you for their own sense of how impressive that you've been with trying to avoid them. So they wrote notes trying to tell you to hide and stuff, trying to tell you to survive, and then they hide inside Mr. P's office, and when you come in, that's why they're there. Coincidence? I think not. And so they then decide to bring you back, and just as they're about to bring you in and capture you, George distracts them, and Zoe comes along with you. But then you then bring George. However, I think the reason that Zoe and Pedro stayed behind is because that now that they knew Mr. P was alive, they didn't want to face him after realizing what they've done. So they then decide to just stay behind and fight off the soldiers and torture just because they're too nervous and leave you and George to the fighting. However, this time they're still hoping you survive just so you can come back and hopefully get captured again. So yeah, that is the theory that I made up. It was actually strangely advanced, and I didn't realize it was going to be this hard, but it was definitely fun making. And whether it is true or not true, it's still really fun to make, and please don't go hating because I'm trying to work on better theories. So thank you all for watching. Make sure you click the subscribe button if you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon. Bye!